Welcome back everyone, I am Marcus, and we're continuing with Megaman 2. We have Megaman 4. We jump back 2 games. We still have 5 Robot Masters to destroy, and the first one on the list is Ringman, up here in the sky in his crystal installation. I don't know what thing this is. It's either crystal or glass. I hope it's not glass, because I think a battle robot will probably destroy all the glass in this facility. And yeah, we are introduced with the gimmick of this stage right at the very beginning. These rainbow bridges. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but apparently this energy will just deplete the moment the Megaman steps on it, and thus we have to move on very quickly, otherwise we're gonna keep falling down. And I really appreciate the fact that immediately at the start of the stage you spawn right on the bridge and fall down. Instantly you see what the main obstacle of this stage is going to be, and now you're gonna have to react accordingly. Again, I said this before, I said it again, many times. Megaman might have some bullshit up his sleeve sometimes, but it really is a very well-designed challenge for the most part. We're gonna see the egregious moments in some other entries. And now we have the gimmick of this stage. Way too many mini-bosses. Mini-bosses are a thing that basically are pushing a lot in Mega Man 4. Just a way to give the stages more length, because I guess they couldn't stretch these stages longer than a set amount, because the space on the cartridges is limited, and also there's the fact that I keep dying as an idiot. That is certainly not gonna change. I was about to say there's the fact that they really have not much time to put these stages together. Rather, it's mostly a yearly release, so yeah, gotta move very quickly. And this game came out, I think, in 1991. This is very close to the dawn of the Super Nintendo, which also I think explains why all the games after 3, I don't want to say they are forgotten, but they are in a state where they exist, but nobody seems to care about the fact that they exist. Either is it because they are way too similar to each other, or they came out at a period where people have just moved on, and yeah, so they left in this weird limbo. I said this stage has had many mini-bosses. Yeah, we fought one earlier, and now we are immediately, as we change room, we have another one of these guys. Okay, Hungry Hippo, stop shooting these freaking missiles and die, please. This is the moment where the charge shot really gets in handy, pardon the pun, because you really have to charge the attack and hit the enemies. Now, this little lunchbox that spawned over here is Eddie. Eddie will just spawn in some stages and will drop a random power-up, where there is an energy refill, a life refill, an extra life, or he can even drop an energy tank. You can see that I entered and exited the room where it was, because there's a little bit of a trick that you can do if you want to abuse RNG. You have him spawn, let him drop the gift, don't pick the gift up. If it's not what you want, don't pick it up, leave it there. Exit and re-enter the room. It will keep respawning as long as you don't pick up the power-up. With enough patience, it will probably drop whatever you need or want for that particular section. So yeah, keep doing this. It's a very effective way to just farm some stuff. I will not do that, because I have very much respect of your time. Already I am editing quite a lot of deaths, even if there's really no point, because I really want this experience to be as smooth as humanly possible. I don't really want a 30 minutes Megaman part where I keep dying all over the place. If I can just cut out half of my deaths, it's fine. And I like that I used an energy tank just to completely waste all my life against that freaking thing, because I wasn't really careful with my jumping. That enemy is annoying because he's constantly protected by a shield and And now we have Ringman over here, but I guess this is not gonna go well. Yeah, when you have so low life, might as well let yourself get killed unless it's your very last life. At that point, just gun it, you might be lucky. But yeah, his weakness is the Pharaoh Shield, the Pharaoh Shot. And as you can see, you can charge it like a Genki Dama from Dragon Ball. And this is basically its own purpose. It's another charge weapon, which feels a bit redundant considering that you have the charge shot of your own, but hey, it works. And the thing is, that sphere that pops up over your head, it has an active hitbox. If an enemy hits you with that sphere out, they will get damaged by the sphere, but your shot will still remain charged, so it's very damn powerful if you know how to abuse it. And now we got the Ring Boomerang, our new weapon for us. And we can go to our next Robot Master in the run. Our big little dust cleaner, Dustman. The words are missing me right now. But yeah, Dustman is one of the better Robot Masters in this game in terms of design. Yay, first game over. And yeah, I said before about so bullshit. That thing is the trap that everyone, I guarantee, everyone will always fall for every time they play a Megaman game. That thing is programmed to spawn once you're really close to the border of the jump. As you can see, yeah, it's designed to catch you off guard because you will reach the ledge, you will automatically jump with no care in the world because the jump is very easy to do, and thus you get clipped in midair and fall down. This is the most typical trap in Mega Man, the most overused gacha moment in this series, and it's also the moment where everyone will start cry foul and decry these games as unfair because they managed to pull off shit like this from time to time. But honestly, I can't help but laugh. They are annoying, I get it, but they are also the beginning of the stage, so yeah, it's not really that much of a big deal. If it was very late into the stage, very far from the checkpoint, then I can understand, but throwing it as the first obstacle basically sets the mood to just be careful with every single jump in this section. And I like these composing blocks that they have over here, but I can't help but feel these were intended to be like the Yoku blocks, but someone in the development team felt charitable. Either charitable or still they didn't have the way of pulling off a long stretch of Yoku blocks, kinda like they did in 8-man stage in Mega Man 2. So they decided to just be careful and have those things that normally form. Now, this is another really cool part. You have to be careful with the trash compactor and destroy all the debris in the way to just move forward. It's a bit annoying because you have to basically keep shooting all the time and can get quite tiresome. But at the same time, it really shows that they're trying to find many ways to give every stage its own identity, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. And also, the Robot Master for this stage. There's a very interesting tidbit about... Damn it! About the Robot Master from this stage. Basically, since Megaman 3, Capcom had actually designed the Robot Masters themselves. They held contests, and basically kids from all over Japan will contribute in designing their own Robot Masters, and those that get picked as a winner, they get the robots into the game. And there's one person, which if you know, if you're really into anime or manga, you might know, that has participated both in Mega Man 3, 4 and 5 for in this contest, and that man is Yusuke Murata, the mangaka of no, it's not the mangaka of One Punch Man. Is the one that redid the One Punch Man manga by One, with all the new fancy designs and all that. But yeah, he worked on he was both in Mega Man 4 and in Mega Man 5. In Mega Man 3 he didn't manage to win, but in this game he did, and this is basically the result. And I have to say, it's very funny to see these weird coincidences that Murata actually worked on on this game, which worked in air quotes. It did designs, and it was basically like 11 or 12 at the time. And it's a really funny, it's a really fun tidbit. And honestly, Dustman is one of the robot masters in this game that I like the most. It's really... Mega Man 4, it's one that I still think got the short end of the stick in terms of robot designs. I like Toadman. Toadman is good. I really don't like Brightman or Ringman. Dustman is fine. Drillman kinda looks like Crushman again, in very, very ways. We're gonna see once we're gonna face him later. And yeah, Diveman is another really cool one, but yeah, it's a bit hit and miss. I love Fireman. And the next one we're gonna face, Skullman. I mean, it makes me think of a precursor to Skullomania from Street Fighter EX. But yeah, it's just a dude in a skeleton costume. It's really nothing special. I don't want to be too harsh because these are basically kids' design, and hey, at least they were good enough to be featured in an NES game. So more power to every single kid that designed any one of these robots. Kudos to them. I hope they all became artists in some form of fashion, or actually lived a fulfilling life. Even if they're not all famous like Murata, I hope they are doing... life is going swimmingly for all of them right now. But yeah, we have Skullman stage, and they took the skull motif by the letter, because we're basically walking on a giant set of bones all over the place. I would assume they are metal skulls, but at least we get a representation, a very good representation of what this Skullman is doing, basically working on excavating fossils. I don't know what Ringman is doing. Its setup was in the sky, so I'm gonna assume it was doing some studies upon space, stuff like that. But yeah, sometimes it's really hard to imagine what the occupation of these robot masters actually is in the world, because at least the ones from Dr. Light were designed to basically work in a specific environment, like Catman was cutting trees, and Iceman was doing researches on the Arctic. Damn it! I miss all the stupidest jumps in this game. I don't know why. I had many deaths which were just me barely missing a jump, and I don't get why. Maybe I got too nervous because I saw a weird angle. Like here, I just abused the balloon because, like, who cares? why try at this point? If I can make a job easier for myself at this point, I'll try. Especially since I'm not exactly swimming in extra lives. Or E-tanks for that matter. This is definitely not Mega Man 3. This is probably a lot harder than both Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3. It's one of the hardest Mega Man games, I say. The stages are tricky, there are a lot of spikes, and even the Robot Masters can be a bit of an issue. At least some of them were for me. I know I'm not making it look like that much of an ask right now, but trust me, there are some annoying sections. But yeah, we got to the end. Let's go meet our Skelly boy. And yeah, this stage was probably the last stage to get a remix by the Megas. So now we have Skullman here in his great Skullomania attire. His pattern is not that difficult, it just shoots directly at you. The annoying thing really is about timing the shot with his shield in order to not get hit by it and waste your bullet, but as you can see, Dustman weapon has a lot of ammo, so it goes by rather quickly. And now we have his weapon, the Skull Barrier. Basically the same exact shield we just saw. And this is a type of weapon that's gonna be used a lot to become a staple in Mega Man games from now on. And it's gonna have some uses, but we're gonna see those uses in the next part of Mega Man 4. See you later, guys.